Rocky and the Blind Man. That sounds like a buddy cop show or something. Rocky and the Blind Man. Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another movie review. Today we're going to be talking about Don't Breathe, which I just saw yesterday. So Don't Breathe is directed by Fede Alvarez, who also directed the Evil Dead remake, starring Jane Levi, who is also the main character in this film as well. She was in Evil Dead also. So yeah, and I guess there are some other people on the production team that also worked with Alvarez on Evil Dead. So got kind of a crew going on here that worked on Evil Dead, working on Don't Breathe. And as I'm sure you guys know, because you guys have probably seen the trailer over and over and over again, Don't Breathe is about a group of burglars who decide to break into this blind man's house because they think it's going to be the perfect crime. And of course, you know, it turns out to be more difficult than they expected. So let's get right into what I enjoyed about the movie. I really liked the concept. I feel like a lot of people, a lot of reviews are kind of going along the lines of like, the concept sounded stupid on paper, but actually turned out really well. In the movie, I didn't think it sounded stupid ever. I was quite interested in it. I think maybe because it's coming in kind of closely behind Hush, where our protagonist was deaf and mute, and now, you know, we're asking another question now, like, so what if we involve somebody who's blind? So I thought it sounded quite interesting, and it brought up a lot of good discussion questions. That's like the nerdiest thing ever to say, but it did, because without giving anything away, this review will be spoiler free. Don't worry, I know it just came out this weekend, so I don't plan on even throwing up a spoiler warning and talking about anything like that, so don't worry about it. But the movie does kind of make you question why we're made to sympathize with certain characters, because, well, you'll see when you watch the movie, but when you boil them down, the blind man, and played by Stephen Lang, his character is actually credited as the blind man. He doesn't have a name. The blind man and Rocky, played by Jane Levi, don't know. And then her friends as well. When you boil them down, they all, especially Rocky and the blind man, they're kind of similar, actually. You know, they're not 100% good characters, but they're not, I want to say they're not 100% bad characters. They're not all bad, they're not all good. They're both really tragic characters. So I found myself questioning in the movie why I was made to sympathize, you know, with one character and not the other. I thought that was an interesting thing it brought up. It's really hard to talk about it without giving anything away, so that's the best I can do without spoiling anything. Okay, so what I didn't like about the movie was the fact that it made me think about why I'm sympathizing with one character and not the other. So I found myself not really identifying an antagonist in this movie. At different points in the film, I found myself rooting for Rocky, and then I kind of was rooting for the blind man for a while, and then I would go back to rooting for Rocky. So I thought it was interesting. I will stand by the fact that I don't think there is really a true antagonist in this movie. I don't. When you see the movie, you're probably gonna come back and yell at me and be like, how could you not think so-and-so was really an evil character, blah, blah, blah. I don't think the blind man is 100% evil. I don't think he's a 100% evil character. I think he's a tragic character. So I was sympathizing with him a lot. Like, I kind of saw him as maybe like a Frankenstein's monster kind of character. Which brings me to the end of the movie. Again, I'm not gonna spoil anything, don't worry. But the end is super vague. It is super vague. Basically, I just don't understand why a certain character decided to do what they did at the very end of the movie. And if you've seen the movie, hopefully you know exactly what I'm talking about. I just don't know what the point of that decision was. I don't know why they had to put that in at the end. I don't know, it was just really vague. And what was the point? Seriously, I need anyone that has seen it already, or when you see it and you know what I'm talking about, message me on Twitter, message me on Facebook, something, and let me know your thoughts on the end, because I feel some type of way about it, but I don't know what that type of way is right now. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm still digesting this movie. So overall, I would definitely recommend you guys go see it if you are able to go see it. It definitely gives you a lot to think about. Definitely go with people that like to discuss movies as well. So on the way home, you guys are gonna have a lot to talk about, seriously. Unfortunately, nobody would go with me to go see this, so in the car ride home, I was just left with my thoughts all by my lonesome. So that's why I need somebody to talk this movie out with me. So please, somebody. So yeah, definitely go watch it. And like I said, if you've seen Don't Breathe, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. And if you want to talk about the end with me, so as to not spoil anything, feel free to message me on social media somewhere so we can talk about it. Yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this review. Until next time, stay strange. Bye. You know, while I was watching Don't Breathe, I didn't actually find myself holding my breath that much. I thought I was gonna be, I thought there was gonna be more moments of like absolute silence where I was just like, but it really wasn't. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Anyways, social media info's over there. There's a little clickable subscribe-y thingy right down here where you can subscribe to my channel if you want.